Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Takes Premier Lacrosse League Best Bets, Locks, and Degenerate Takes. I, of course, am the brofict one, AJ, here on this beautiful Wednesday, August the 10th, 2022. And after an epic week 9, we got another one with some really great matchups this weekend. I mean, the first matchup of the week is possibly what we might see in the finals this year. It's a really excited time, but before we get into my picks and everything, I do want to go ahead and just go over my power rankings one more time in case you haven't seen them. And if you want a deeper dive into my power rankings and why I have teams there, go ahead. There should be a video floating above my head above. Click on that and check it out. But here we go with the power rankings for Week 10. We have the Whip Snakes at 1, Water Dogs at 2, Atlas at 3, Archers rounding up the top 4, Redwoods at 5, Chrome at 6, Chaos at 7, and the Cannons coming up there at number 8. And so, I mean, I'm confident in those power rankings, but, lacrosse has got so much parity in it, but so much excitement. But here we go. Starting it off, we're going to Herman, Utah at Zions Bank Stadium, August 12th through the 13th, this Friday and Saturday. Starting it off with the Atlas and the Whip Snakes, one of the most anticipated games of the season. Obviously, two of the top teams in lacrosse as it comes. If you take a look at the standings there, 1 and 2 respectively. But my power rankings obviously got them a little bit different. With that being said, I mean, Atlas are going to be a short underdog here at plus 100 with plus 1.5 at minus 155. The minus 1.5 for the Whip Snakes, who have covered the last 2 weeks. It is important to mention that at plus 122, total at 23.5. This is going to be a tight game. I think this is going to be a really low scoring game too. Save percentages. Scores allowed against the 10.1 versus 11.8 for Whip Snakes, and then the Atlas, of course. The shots per game, the Atlas do have a little bit of an edge there, about a two shot advantage at 13.8, while the Snakes got it at 11.4. The Whip Snakes have been able to figure out how to win games they should not have won, and so I want to pick the Whip Snakes money line here. But the Atlas coming off of a tough weekend in Week 9, I really think this is going to be the Atlas time to shine. I'm going to take the Atlas plus 100 here, plus money. I could take the 1.5 to be safe, but then you wouldn't be watching the show. This is degenerate bets, not safe bets. The 1.5, though, is probably the best option here. The 100, though, you're going to get some value out of this game where there really isn't a lot. The total scares me at 23.5. Both teams have been scoring around there, and their games have been ending up around there. That's why it's obviously at that. And you're getting some juice on the under there, but you're expecting the goaltending to be a lot better than it probably will be. And that moves on to the Friday night game. Friday night lacrosse, Water Dogs and the Redwoods. Water Dogs coming into this game as the favorite after a big Week 9, minus 190. Minus 1.5 at minus 135, the total at 24.5. Redwoods just juiced everywhere, 150 on the money line, 105 on the spread at that plus 1.5. And I mean, what can I say about the Redwoods and the Water Dogs? They're on two ends of the spectrum. The Water Dogs are upticking, they're uptrending, they've been winning games, they've been being dogs and been staying in hard games and everything. The Redwoods, on the other hand, they seem to get lucky when they can get lucky. They do have, 38.3 shots per game, averaging 11 shots game. Goals per game. I got to give, I'm going to go with my numbers. I'm going to go with my power rankings. I'm going to take the minus 135 and the 1.5, minus 1.5 for the Water Dogs. They're the overall betting team. They're getting hot they're the overall better team. They're getting hot when it matters. And that's what you got to do in lacrosse, especially when you're making that playoff push. So go ahead, give me the Dogs minus the 1.5. That brings us to Saturday afternoon. Chaos and the Archers shaping up. This one fascinates me. I really don't know which way to go on this one yet. Chaos and the Archers, obviously both teams have their differences. The Archers keep shooting and they're, hanging in there in the top 4, top 5 of teams in my power rankings. They've been at number 4 for probably the longest time. Most consistent team besides the Cannons being dead last. But God, the Chaos I just can't figure out for the life of me. I really can't right now. And it's bugging me because they look like they're supposed to be a good team. On paper, they're supposed to be a good team, but they can't play well. And, even after getting some of their guys back, They're still allowing 13 goals a game. They're only taking 30 shots a game. Save percentage, their goalie is a lot better at 53% on the season. I'm gonna take the Archers, and I'm gonna take as much juice as I can on the 1.5 there at -135. I would take the over I'm gonna take the over as well at 24.5. This is gonna be a shootout. This is going to be an absolute shootout. The Archers are going to shoot their hearts out, and they're either going to blow this team out, or the Chaos are going to do whatever they can in the first 2 quarters and then die out in the second half like they usually do. But give me the over 24.5 there. Final game of Week 10, you got the Cannons and the Chrome. Chrome down ticking a little bit, but this is a good bounce back week against the absolutely god-awful Cannons. Yes, we get it. Lyle Thompson's on the team, one of the best to ever do it. Who cares? They can't win a game. They're 1-7 this season. That's not good at all. I mean, they're mathematically essentially eliminated from the playoffs. The line sucks, though. I'm not going to lie. This line sucks. You're getting -240 on the Chrome, -2.5 at +105 only. I mean, you look at the numbers, and their numbers aren't even that different. Scores per game, you have the Cannons at 11, Chrome at 12. Scores allowed, you do have the Cannons at 14, but Chrome at 10. I mean, that can change at any given point. We've seen it. Save percentages 50 and 53.5 respectively. Not that much of a difference. It's going to be a close game, but I can't willingly take 2.5 at -135 or +105. God, I gotta take this game sucks. This game reeks to high hell. I'm gonna go Cannons money line. I'm gonna sit on that. They win another one. They go 2-7. Chrome 5-4 after this week, and they're gonna have to struggle to get into the playoffs. But yeah, I mean, I think that's your best bets there for the weekend. I know that's your best bets there for the weekend. Nice little parlay at +3,000. You get the Atlas money line, Water Dogs, and the Archers minus the 1.5. You take the Chaos and Archers over as well. And then money line on the Cannons. Not a bad weekend there. And of course, I always prefer to round robin all of those guys. And so the round robins, 2s from 5, you're looking at 10 bets at +39.82. That's solid right there. Do they give me full coverage on this one? Full coverage, 31 bets at +24K. I mean, that's a good weekend right there that no one can complain about. But yeah, that's, the best bets for lacrosse this weekend. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, please like, share, and subscribe down below. Help us grow the channel. And of course, we do have merch now, so go ahead and check that link in the bio as well. Twitter, we got Twitter's show at Degenerate Takes, at Degen Takes, myself at Brofict1. And yeah, it's been fun. I'm excited for a good weekend. Crack a beer and enjoy. Till next time, I've been the Brofict1, and we'll see you on Degenerate Takes.